What's happening? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. Got my brother, my co-host, Doerilla. What's happening?
Man, you already know what time it is. Your boy Doerilla checking in, and we is about to get to it on another Sunday.
Hey, Doerilla be moving and shaking.
Man,
You're a world traveler.
Man, what you said, you got to move around a little bit. You heard me?
Facts, man. And we do have another special guest checking in today. You know, this is the industry's most wanted podcast. So we got to bring these industry's most wanted artists through. Introduce yourself, family.
What's going on? I go by the name of Twoin, 1/4 of the OSOK tribe.
And I like the fact, let me say this first and foremost, you don't spell it traditionally. Twoin is like different, and I like that.
Yes, ma'am.
You got to be different. You got to figure out ways to stand out and be different. You know what I'm saying? That's Twoin, right?
Yes, ma'am.
To be exact, for y'all that want to, you know, Google him and look him up and all that. We're going to give out all the information, man. But thank you for being with us,
I
rocking with us.
me.
You was here before supporting. Now you on the hot seat.
Yes, ma'am.
You in the hot seat today.
Oh, yeah.
Where you from originally?
I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Shout out to PA.
Yes, ma'am.
I got a lot of love for PA, man. Like, all my family's from Ohio, but going to Ohio, they lived north Ohio, so we used to travel up through Pennsylvania a lot. It's so beautiful up there.
Yeah.
Not to mention there's a lot of talent out there throughout the different cities. At what age did you live there till?
I came down here when I was about 8 years old, but still got family there, so back and forth.
Back and forth. Talk to us about it, man, up until you moved here. What you was into up until you was 8 living in PA?
Up until I was a young kid in private school, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I still lived in the projects, but they kept me in private school and church and stuff.
Yeah. That's dope, though. You know what? Like, they say we are a product of our environment, right? But I don't. That's true to an extent. I think it's really where your mindset is at. You know, and shout out to your family that, like you said, kept you in private school and church and things like that. And now it's like, look at you now. You're doing big things. Big things popping.
Yes,
so when you moved at the age of 8, did you come straight to Atlanta or did you move somewhere else?
No, we came straight to Atlanta. Been here ever since.
Okay. How was that for you? How was that transition? I know 8 years old can be crucial. You still in elementary school. You probably had all your little friends back home. You had to make new friends. What was the transition like for you?
It honestly made me who I am today because ever since then, I've just been the type of person who's always had to make friends.
Yeah.
So that helped me just become, like, I want to say known almost everywhere I go.
Yeah. Listen, I agree. Doe and I are both, I call us transplants. We both transplants here. Obviously we did it later in life, but it ain't no different. When you move to a new city, what do you got to do? You got to make a whole new set of friends. And I think it's harder as you get older because people already have their own little cliques and their crews that they grew up with. And that's why I be like so distant,
No, once you get at this age, I don't need no new friends.
You know, new friends.
said,
Drake said it best. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just facts. So would you say that growing up more so in Atlanta, I would say, because you've been here since a young age, did that impact you for wanting to do music?
Yes, it did. Definitely did. Because Atlanta's full of music. All you hear is music. Like every 5 seconds. Basically, in high school, all we did was walk around with headphones on.
You're right.
So it was just music. So I started freshman year. I started recording myself on my iPhone.
Okay.
And then that's how I learned how to mix myself on my iPhone too. And then
it's crazy what you can do on your iPhone these days, right?
Exactly.
They do. Like, Shaw Cypher put me on game to that. There's an app that he downloaded that he actually, it don't give you the best mix in the world, but it gives you a passable enough mix. You can mix it right on your iPhone.
Yes,
I said,
ma'am.
what? You can shoot movie. You can I was like, bro, like, that's crazy, the technology. So you were recording yourself, and have you advanced from that? And still, well, I know you don't do it on your iPhone no more, but have you advanced from that as far as, like, do you still record yourself and mix yourself? Or
yes, man, full production team.
Man, that's what I'm talking about.
Dig
Yes,
that.
Doe and I was having this conversation last interview, and I'm going to ask you the same question while we're on the topic. Right, so lately, I just been in this epiphany within myself of how important it is to venture out and do different things, right?
Yes, ma'am.
We all become comfortable with being comfortable. We're human. It's just natural in us. But at some point in time, we got to, like, step outside the box and bring something different into our life. The thing that I'm incorporating into my life coming into 2021 is I'm writing a book, something I never thought that I would do, but I'm stepping outside my zone and I'm going to write a book, right? what would be something, without giving these people too much, that you would be willing to step outside your comfort zone per se and maybe tap into doing?
Honestly, I'm working with other people. Like, this is the first time since I started making music that I let other people like actually touch my music.
Okay, that's dope.
You know, so
it's hard, isn't it?
it's hard, but I got people I can trust. So
Yeah, it's hard. There's very few people I trust. Shot's one of them. Shout out Shot for Shot. Shout out Doe. I'm guilty, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this, of not wanting too many people to come in because I'm afraid that they're going to mess up with something I've worked so hard for. Is that kind of where you been with it?
Coming up, yes, because I used to go to like studios by myself, just
Yeah.
me, and then the engineer can't get me right. So it's like, what's the point of going to the studio anymore? I'm just keep recording myself, keep engineering myself. But now I'm at the point where I got some help behind me.
Yeah.
So they actually leave it up to me in the end anyways. So they believe in me as much as I believe in them, but they're telling me to just believe in myself, so I just got to keep going.
Doe, I want you to chime in on that because, you know, you're an artist as well, and he engineers, he mix masters, he produces, he does radio, he wears a lot of hats, but
All the hats.
all the hats, including the bulls he got on today. You know, any piece of advice that you could chime in, because he said that one thing he's working on is becoming more socially accepting of letting other people, you know, help him with his work and stuff like that.
I'm going to put it like this. Like, if it don't sound right to you, you ain't going to want to rock with it. But at the same time, you have to trust other people's creativity, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Trust the process.
Yeah, you trust the process. Like, sometimes, like, I'm like this. If you tell me, hey, let me try this on your vocals or let me try this on your song, I'll let you try it. If I like it, then I keep it. But if I don't, you know, I'm going to probably like, look, I'm
scrap it.
Scrap it.
Nah, I feel
But
you.
you got to be open-minded to it.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Somebody might hear something
Yeah.
and be like, if you would have said this like this in this tone, it would have gave you this kind of energy.
Yeah.
And it changed that whole flow of the song for you. So, you know, just kind of be open-minded a little bit. But I feel where you going, you know, what you said
sure.
about get me right, though.
Yeah,
You know?
you gotta get me right, man. If
Yeah.
you're gonna touch something, you gotta touch it right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because once your song is out there, it is
there.
out there. Even if you pull it down, somebody done heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or possibly downloaded it or whatever. Prime example, on the Drake album, there was a song that came out on the album, and this is only Drake that could probably do this, right? Because normally if you put something out on digital platforms, if you want to switch a song out, in my knowledge, you got to pull the whole album down, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Not
on
these
his
days.
on Certified Lover Boy, he pulled a song off and had it replaced. But if you downloaded the previous version, you still got it. But my point being is, once it's out there, it's out there. If you now download the album, you got the updated version. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to make sure it's right the first time around. We all going to make fumbles and mistakes, but
So I gotta ask you a question.
ask me.
Drake or Kanye?
What? Drake or Kanye? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to keep it all the way G, because that's what I do. I'm not a Kanye fan. I'm just not. Like, I don't think he's a bad artist. Don't get it twisted. If y'all getting your feelings, that's on y'all. Kanye is not a bad artist. I just don't prefer his type of music. I prefer Drake's type of music over Kanye.
Is that ever or just now?
No, it's always. I've never been really, I mean, it's no disrespect, and I'm not fixing to explain myself because we don't have to do that. Kanye is a genius in his own right, and what he does, I'll never take that from him. It's not my flavor. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, you either like chocolate or vanilla ice cream. One of them's not to say this one's bad, but I prefer this one. I prefer Drake over Kanye. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going to put it like this. If you would have gave me the first Kanye, you know what I'm saying, like the first two projects, I was all in Kanye. But then it was like, as it got to where it's at now, it's like, it's a little different for me. Because it was like, I feel like, you know, when you go back to, like, the first two projects, to me, it was more, for me, it was easier to listen, you know what I'm saying, and follow what he was talking about. And it was like I related to it, you know, a lot of stuff. And it was like, for me, I feel like he had a lot of classic songs on those projects. So now it's like you got to listen to it. You got to be in a certain mood or a certain, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here like, I ain't feeling it today. I'm going to come back. You know what I'm saying?
So it's safe to say Kanye is your choice?
Nah, not necessarily.
Oh,
I
okay.
respect both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why I said I think they're both geniuses. Like, You know, they really are. But if I had to pick one to listen to every day, it would be
top,
Drake.
Off top.
You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about, you know, you growing up. You know, we all have artists that, you know, we want to pay homage to that maybe not necessarily influenced you, but maybe motivated you. Who was that for you?
I would say the first CD I ever had was a bootleg CD back in the day.
We all had
when
them.
The bootleg, when the CD man used to sell CDs,
Yeah.
and like it was a mixed CD, excuse me.
Yeah.
And the first artist that I clung to was The Game.
Okay.
On 50 Cent.
Word.
That song, This Is How We Do.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was like the first. That was around that area, so
Classic.
that was like probably the first artist I ever listened to. And then after that, it would be like Usher was probably on there.
Okay.
And then
Wait, can you dance like Usher?
No, I don't
Let
do
me
no
find
dance.
out.
I don't do no dance. I don't
He
do no
said-
dance. No, man. But yeah, Usher, and then as you go on, it'll probably say Wayne, and then Drake,
Word.
and then you know got my respect for Eminem.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
those kind of artists.
All of them lyricists and dope artists in their own right. You know, like they're all different. They all have different flavors, but they all, you know, in their own right are all geniuses. And I think that, you know, most of them, if not all of them, do other stuff besides music. So that's going to lead into what Doerilla and I want to talk to you about next. You know, we love music, right? We love this business, but it's bigger than that.
Yes.
What else besides you getting in the booth and creating dope music can we catch you doing? And it doesn't even necessarily have to be music related. What else you enjoy doing?
I like movies.
You
I
do?
I like watching movies.
Okay, so let's get deeper. What's your favorite? If you had to put a movie on right now and watch it, what would be your first type of comedy, horror, drama, action?
It's gonna always be a scary movie.
Bro, me too.
It's gonna always be a scary movie.
Hey, I just had this conversation last night. I'm like, if it don't have death in it, I don't want to watch it.
But I don't like the gory stuff. I just like to be. I like to get scared. But
Okay, so do you like scary as in supernatural kind of scary, or like slasher and dasher?
like The Conjuring and all them.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Those is my movies.
That's shout out to you, bro.
Yes,
That's me too. That's my first choice. You know, what about you, though? What kind of movies you like?
Look, I'm a big scary movie fan too. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm waiting on Halloween Kills right now.
But see,
Okay.
the problem is they can't scare you nowadays. The scary movies is not the
They're
same.
not the same.
They're trash now.
Listen, I agree. They just do not. I go back through HBO Max and all them and find the old ones and rewatch them because they're classics.
Yes, man.
Okay, so let's stay. Oh, I'm sorry. Stay on the movie scene. If you could appear in a movie, what type of role would you want to play?
I want to be in a Fast 5 movie.
Okay.
Well, excuse me, Fast and Furious saga.
Okay. Dope. What exactly role would you want to play within that movie?
I gotta be Dom. I gotta be Dom.
Okay. Hey,
Anything is possible with family.
Yes. You know, anything.
hey,
Take him to the moon.
make sure you holler at Shot for Shot, man. He a movie man, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
He might help you land your next role.
Hey.
Is that something that you would consider actively pursuing is getting into film?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So what you need to do, if you haven't already, is register with some of these casting companies. One of them I know in particular is called Hilton Casting. They cast for a lot of like HBO series and stuff. Register on their website, and every time they got, you know, and it might just be as an extra, but that's a foot in the door.
Yeah.
It's still paid. One thing about movie versus film, there's always a budget there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry, movie versus music. With music, there's not always a budget, but with film, there's always a budget there. So with that being said, you know, maybe register with some of those, you know, casting companies. That way, you know, you might get your foot in the dough.
Oh, yeah, we'll try anything out.
Man, what you said, just shoot for it.
That could be on your bucket list. That's, I guess, kind of what I call it, my bucket list of stuff that I want to make sure before I leave this earth, I want to get done. What are some other things that might be on your bucket list?
I gotta see like almost every corner of the earth.
You gotta
know?
travel, bro. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Let's buy a big boat and just go sail around the
Oh,
world.
man, that's the retirement
Big
plan
boat.
right now.
Yes, so traveling the world. You know what? I say when we step outside, those are God's gifts. He gave them to us to get out there and enjoy. You gotta explore it. You know what I'm saying?
Can I sit in the United States for the rest of my life?
No, absolutely not.
Exactly.
That's a good one right there.
Mm-mm.
So what are some of the other things musically that you're focused on right now? Like we in October 2021, you know, you got a new single we're going to check out today. What are some of the other things that Twoin is doing to make sure you get yourself seen and heard. You're here with us today, Industry's Most Wanted. We appreciate that, of course. But what else you got going on?
Well, we got some music videos coming out. We got a little short film coming out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Tell us a little, hold on, pause right there. Tell us about this short film you got. Whatever you can tell us without giving out too much. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's about this Range Rover track. Well, you see, it's about being grown, doing grown stuff.
Okay.
But nobody really knows what it means to be grown.
Yeah.
Until you're actually in the middle of doing some grown-up stuff.
Right.
So that's basically what the film will be about.
I think that's really dope. So is it something that you guys are going to release through like YouTube, or how are you going to distribute it?
It will be YouTube.
Yeah.
A little short film.
That's cool. YouTube's the biggest streaming platform out there,
Yes,
because you don't have to have an app to watch it.
Easy access.
You know, easy access for kids and adults and everybody in between.
Yeah, got to think about the people.
You got to. So film, you got a short film coming up. Anything else on your radar, like a full projects, or is that something that's...
Oh, yeah, January 1st, we got the No Heroes EP coming out.
Okay, let's talk about it. Because we only a couple months out. You know, first and foremost, talk to us about the title of it, how you came up with the title.
It's actually a song I have on there called No Heroes, and it's about basically having no one come in to save you.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Oh, dig that.
You know?
I like that, because we can't depend on that ever in life.
Yeah. And people always thinking it's like some magical thing that's going to happen to come save us.
Well, and we got to respect that, because other people got their own lives going on, so we can't always expect them to come save us.
Yeah. Really
Shot, I have to give Shot his flowers. He saved me. A couple years back, I landed in the hospital for a few days, and Shot was the one that came and picked me up and made sure I was good, and that's my family for life. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Giving you your flowers right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, like, sometimes people just, they ain't going to be there, so no hero. How many songs are going to be on it?
About 5, 6.
Okay. That's really dope. Is it complete?
Not yet.
Still working on it?
We just got to finish recording.
Who are some of the producers that we can expect on this EP?
We got, besides myself, we have some drummer production on there.
He said, besides myself.
His name is Drummer World Productions, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you not do, bro?
I don't know.
It might be easier to ask you that, because
know.
you too wear a lot of hats.
Yes, ma'am, I try.
No, you don't. Take that word all the way back out your vocabulary. You don't try, you do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly.
When you try something that don't work, you just gotta do it, bro.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. Don't it feel better?
Yeah.
Don't feel like you just want to like be King Kong and beat on your chest and say,
Sometimes-
I do this.
Sometimes they don't like it when you do that, though. You know
That's okay. Piss them off.
Yeah.
It's cool. We are not here on this earth to please everybody. I'm going to take y'all to church today.
Church.
Let's do it. It's Sunday, ain't it?
Big Tampa.
Well, Big Tampa. I'm changing my name, y'all. I'm Big Tampa now. We are not put on this earth to please everybody, nor should we try, because we're going to drive ourselves crazy if we do that.
Facts.
If they don't like it, cool. Keep it moving.
Yes, ma'am.
Because there's going to be a lot more people who love it than don't, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And eventually they're going to come around.
They're going to have to.
They're going to come around, so it's all good.
Facts.
They have to.
Big
I'm working
facts.
on my ad libs over here.
Yeah. He on point, though.
Yeah.
He is definitely on point. So what's the record is called Range Rover.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I need you to elaborate on it a little bit, because, you know, of course, off the title, we might automatically assume you're talking about the vehicle. But it could be a play off of that. You get what I'm saying? So tell us in your words before we listen to the song what it's about.
So obviously, like, the first thing you think of when you see a Range Rover, you think luxury.
Right.
You know.
I was going to get one, but I just couldn't afford it yet. But go ahead.
You know. So that brings me to my second point. What do you think when you see a young black man in a Range Rover?
Some people are going to automatically assume, I got you, right?
You know,
Oh, he's selling.
he doing something.
Yeah.
He ain't
Doing
supposed to be
something.
doing, or it ain't his.
Right, exactly.
So Range Rover is just all about chasing your dreams, doing what you got to do, being passionate, basically for luxurious things in
Yeah.
this world. For the things that they say we're not supposed to have, you know?
I love that, bro. Like, I could tell you have such good, positive energy about you.
Thank you.
Don't ever change that for anybody in life.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't let no one steal that from you. Don't let no one take that from you.
Don't you do it.
Don't you do it. Doerilla, you so
I'm
silly.
working on it. I'm working on it. I'm over here in the back.
He's the ad lib over here. But nah, for real, because the thing about, you understand this, when you're a good person and you do right by people, the devil's going to try to intervene and try to mess it up. There goes that little floater I was talking about.
Yeah.
It's from them wipes, because I'm keeping us all COVID free over here, y'all.
Yes,
Yeah, bro, just keep that positive energy, them positive vibes. And can we talk about that for a second?
Yes, ma'am.
What keeps you so positive? And I understand we all have off days, but you know, you to me strike me as the type that you don't let the world know about that.
Yeah, I mean, we all got our own issues.
Yeah.
You know, so what I'm gonna do talking about it? What's gonna get it done besides me doing what I need to do?
Facts.
Exactly.
Figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my problem if I cause them. So
Stop complaining about the problem and find a solution. That's what we talking about today. Well,
Man, what you
I like them
said.
shoes too, bro. I
Thank
keep
you,
looking
man.
down at them.
Thank you,
They
man.
so hard.
I appreciate
If you wore the same size as me, I might like make you walk out of here barefoot.
it.
They so dope. So the Range Rover song, is it officially out?
Yes, ma'am. It's out on all platforms.
It's on all digital platforms. Is the visual in the works for this one?
We're gonna start shooting pretty soon.
Dope. Are you guys gonna do it in the Atlanta area?
Yes, ma'am.
Word. That's what's up, man. Anything else that you got coming up? You know, I know you got the EP on the way. Do you have any shows, any other interviews, anything else that you want to let the people know about? Right now is your time to shine.
Besides, we have the Hot 90. What's your new?
99.1
That's it.
FM. Please believe it.
Yes, man.
On
Next
the
week,
Atlanta
man.
airways. You
Next week.
dig?
Believe it.
Yeah, we got that coming. We have a couple podcasts set up by my management team over here, Ski.
Dope.
Oh yeah.
Dope. And
Salute.
and I can point you to a couple more, and I'm sure Shot could as well. Some reputable ones. There's some out there that I wouldn't direct you to, but there's some that I would.
Oh, we love it.
You know, that I definitely would highly recommend that you go be a part of their platform.
Yeah, we trying to take them all.
I'm gonna leave you guys with this one thing. Another thing that I'm on heavily, and Shot and I had this conversation yesterday, is get your press up, get your media up. When you release a new song, video, album, interview, make sure there's a press release behind it. Have people talking about you. It's cool to have you and your team talking about you, but it looks way better when somebody else outside the circle's talking about you.
Yes, ma'am.
When you put that EP out, make sure there's a dope write-up about it. Get it up on the blogs. I can help you with all that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we're gonna keep it in the family.
But you know, you gotta like make sure, you know, because you gotta get your name and face out there. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all do that. 2022. Kick your year off with some good press. I can't stress that
Good
enough.
Press.
Coming fast.
Big press.
Bench press.
Yeah.
Bench
Shoulder
press.
press.
I need to get back in the gym too, but it's all good.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Hey, I'm gonna
Man,
tell you,
it's hard. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
that
It's hard to stay in.
once you get out of that mode, I don't even want to say it's hard, but it is hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're doing it, you be in beast mode with it. But once you fall out of it, it's like the motivation to get back to it.
Take 2 days off. It's a wrap.
It's a yes. Why is that? Oh
That's
my!
the brain. That's the mental part of it.
I know.
It is so hard, y'all.
On top of saying I'm gonna start Monday, because I've been telling myself. I said yesterday. I said I'm gonna start Monday eating right, but I went and bought like some fudge rounds and stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna eat all these up Sunday.
Yeah.
Monday,
Go
I'm
ahead,
start
kill
clean.
it.
Yeah.
I do that every week. I'm like, okay, it's Sunday, so I got to hurry up and cram all the junk I bought this week.
Yeah.
Clean slate Monday, and then it's a vicious cycle. It just starts all over again.
Exactly, all over.
And I'll tell y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. I've been vegan for like 7 years now. Trust me, as a vegan, you can still eat junk food. Just because I don't eat meat and dairy don't mean that I can't eat chips and cookies and all. Look,
And it's the devil.
it's the
Yeah.
devil.
Man.
For real.
You gotta leave it alone sometimes.
So anyways, we about to get into this record. I need you to
do
do
it, please.
3 things, though.
3.
3. First and foremost, tell everybody where they can follow the movement.
They can follow us at OSOK Music Group on Instagram, and you can also follow my personal page at The Real Antoine. That's TheRealAntwoin. And yeah,
Do you have a website yet?
we're working on it.
Okay,
Merch
good.
and everything about to drop. pretty
Good. I was going to say, put that on your list, on your to-do list. So it's already on there.
soon. Yes, ma'am.
Second thing I need you to do, who you want to shout out to?
I got to give a shout out to my cameraman, Sean CEO. I got to give a shout out to my management, Ski, Mr. CJ, Tootie Raw. And hey, I got to give a a shout out to the whole OSOK group.
Yes.
We got Mila XO's On My Way single coming soon. We got Chano's Ooh Wee coming out. We got Lil Red dropping some music pretty soon. And we all got films coming out.
Word.
Dig it.
That's what's up, man. Last but not least, you are on the industry's most wanted podcast, right?
Yes,
I appreciate you.
Yes, you are. Well, though I'm liking this new Doerilla.
Look,
My dog.
I'm trying to step in there.
I'm loving it. What makes Twoin the industry's most wanted?
Twoin's gonna be the biggest thing you done seen on this side of the left hemisphere. If we on the left hemisphere, we on this side. This gonna be the biggest thing you seen since Drake. Drake needs somebody to take his place, and I'm gonna be there. That camera on, that camera on, and that camera on. You heard me? Yes, ma'am.
Woo! Claim that. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's do it.
You gotta have that confidence. Gotta have that confidence, huh, though?
Yeah, I just want to be there. You know, just let me be
You
there.
invited.
Let's
That's what I'm
go.
saying.
Yes, sir.
Let's go on this journey together. We're gonna get that big boat. We're gonna set a world.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Boom.
Boom. Give me that pinky. Big dog.
Not
You
a
know what I'm saying?
promise.
Listen, I want to do that. I always said when I retire, it's not going to be in the city. It's going to be like, I'm going to be super ducked off somewhere. Y'all ain't never going to be able to find me.
I know my place already.
You do?
Santorini, Greece.
Whoa. Talking about beautiful. Shoot, I might be your neighbor.
Hey.
But, you know, like, we going to be like a mile
The
apart.
house,
Type.
hey, my house gonna be big enough. You wanna? It's gonna be a mile apart. Still.
That's what I'm talking about. Can I just rent a room out of there
Hey,
or something?
man, we got enough room. You gotta rent that.
That's what I'm
Gotcha.
talking about. Well, listen, bro, it's been a pleasure to have you here today. Shout out to Mila XO.
Yes, ma'am.
We had a great interview recently with her as well. Introduce the record. Let's check it out.
Hey, man, this is Twoin. We got Range Rover featuring Mila XO. I'm 1/4 of the OSOK group, and you are now tuned into the industry's most wanted podcast.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
It's that Range Rover grown. Never coming home. I had on her own. 100 days on.
Range Rover grown. Out here on my. Never coming home. It's that Range Rover grown. Yeah.
It's that Range Rover grown. This that we ain't never coming home. This that yeah we out here on our own. 100 days on the road. 100 days on the road. This that we ain't never coming home. This that yeah we out here on our own. 100 days on the road. Range Rover grown. This that we ain't out here coming home. This that yeah we out here on our own. 100 days on the road. 100 days on the road. They said we ain't never coming home. They say yeah we out here on our own. It's that Range Rover grown.
Range Rover grown. Say I keep a check, I ain't never on no low. Ha. Mila stats for both. Running all my life, I ain't never coming home. Even though I keep it tucked, say I keep a shed. All these demons on my chest getting really heavy. I can haunt you in your dreams, call me Freddy. Talking Range Rover, but baby I'm a Chevy, yo. And I keep it moving from the start. Spit a folk click from the heart. They say that my meaning is a start. Mila moving fast, but Mila going far. Range Rover grown. Sing that. Out here on my own. Vibe to it. Never coming home. This that Range Rover grown. Ha.
It's that Range Rover grown. This that we ain't never coming home. This that yeah we out here on our own. 100 days on the road. 100 days on the road. This that we ain't never coming home. Yeah, we out here on our own. It's that Range Rover grown. I got a passion to make it. This passionate chasing my hitting they talking, she know we down for the taking. You know we here for the win, I know it's mine for the taking. Know we done been through it all, yeah. Been through it all. 2020 hit my back against the wall. Still stood 10 toes above it all. Couple had my back through it all. So who am I to turn my back on these guys? Had to go through it with her just to see we can both be at the top and not destroy the team. Never turn my back, I had to make them realize facing what we facing, we gon' need each other. Man, we facing the world, we trying to feed the brothers. Man, can't do it by myself, that's why we need the brothers. Man, yeah. It's that Range Rover grown, yeah. It's that we ain't never coming home, no. It's that year we out here on our own. It's the 100 days on the road. It's the 100 days on the road. It's that we ain't never coming home. It's that year we out here on our own. It's that Range Rover grown.